You're selected by the Oval Office without applying. Top VIPs have requested a private meeting with you. No media allowed. Top high members have chosen you. You must attend this meeting, and the high officers will not start until you arrive. They have been waiting for you for a very long time, and the meeting is paused only because of you. Without your presence, nothing will begin. The top VIP is ready to meet you. When will you come? This VIP will not allow any work to start in your absence. And in this meeting, media is strictly prohibited. Common people will not know anything about what happens here. In this meeting, everything will be handed over to you, and only your decisions and your will matter. The board members do not know who you are yet, but everyone among them is preparing to meet you. Someone is preparing hidden gifts, and someone is ready to sacrifice everything for your success. Who is this person who is holding the attention of all these top officers and members? Who are you, this person that makes everyone pause? This scenario is a symbol of the highest levels of influence, responsibility, and decision-making. It shows that relentless discipline, consistency, and self-belief can place you in a position where your presence becomes essential. No applications, no publicity, no crowd validation, only results. The story emphasizes preparation, focus, and courage. When you've done the work long enough, everything waits for you to step forward. Decisions pause until your voice is heard, and outcomes depend on your willingness to show up. Before we dive into this life-changing message, take a moment to pause this video and do 3 things. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 5,000 subscribers, and leave a comment, Mr. Ledger. If you are ready to receive this truth and step into your power, watch until the end. Your life will never be the same. Sometimes, the most powerful opportunities don't come through applications or requests. They come because someone recognized your potential, your results, and your character without you even asking. This is the kind of acknowledgement that validates years of hard work and quiet effort. It's not luck. It's a result of preparation meeting opportunity. When you've honed your skills and consistently delivered, the world notices, even if silently. Being selected without applying carries a unique kind of weight. It's a reminder that excellence can't be ignored. People notice competence and reliability, even if you never broadcast it. That recognition is a testament to your ability to lead, perform, and influence in ways that go beyond traditional channels. It's about being so capable that your presence alone becomes essential. Think about it. The people waiting for you don't know everything about you, yet they are willing to pause their plans until you arrive. That's the true mark of value. When you show up prepared, calm, and confident, you become the bridge between ideas and execution, between possibility and reality. And the world, sometimes quietly, sometimes powerfully, takes notice. Words can inspire, but results command respect. No one can ignore consistent performance. When you deliver, your actions do the talking, and suddenly, the doors that were once closed begin to open. Requests may be ignored, but results create undeniable authority. People start waiting for your input because your track record speaks volumes. The most impressive leaders understand that it's not about asking for attention. It's about earning it through impact. Every late night, every extra effort, every small victory adds up. Others might try to impress with promises, but you impress with reality. Results don't need validation. They demand recognition. And when people see the consistency in what you produce, they naturally defer to your influence. Consider the power of silent mastery. You don't need to shout or seek approval. Just by showing up, performing, and delivering outcomes that matter, you position yourself above the noise. Your results make people pause, listen, and ultimately follow your lead. That's influence built the hard way, through action, not words. Imagine entering a room where every conversation, every decision, every action waits for your presence. That's the level of influence you can reach when you've proven yourself indispensable. It's not about ego, it's about impact. When you've earned trust and demonstrated capability, people understand that progress hinges on your involvement. Being in a space where work pauses until you arrive is both humbling and empowering. It shows that your contributions aren't just valuable, they're essential. Others may be preparing, strategizing, or debating, but your presence becomes the catalyst that turns plans into action. You carry weight, not because you demand it, but because you've earned it through consistent excellence. This is the reality of those who operate at the highest level. The world doesn't wait for everyone. It waits for the people who can make things happen. When you arrive, ideas become decisions, challenges become opportunities, and vision turns into execution. That's the power of being someone who's truly needed. Influence isn't always loud or public. It's earned quietly, consistently, and with focus. The people who truly matter notice effort over noise, commitment over claims. Silent work builds authority that outlasts fleeting popularity. The more you refine your craft without seeking applause, the more your influence grows organically. It's easy to confuse visibility with impact, but real influence is subtle. It's the kind of respect where leaders pause for your opinion, where teams defer to your judgment, and where results follow naturally from your guidance. Quiet dedication builds power that can't be manufactured or faked. It's earned through repeated action and unwavering consistency. Those who have mastered the art of silent influence understand that patience and persistence are their greatest allies. You don't need constant recognition. You need only to prepare, perform, and be ready. In time, the world will recognize the weight of your presence, even before you step into the room. True impact doesn't need an audience. You don't have to broadcast your efforts for the world to notice their value. Real influence happens where it counts, away from distractions, outside the glare of public attention. The results you produce quietly often carry more weight than any publicized success ever could. When you focus solely on execution, you remove the noise that clouds judgment. People begin to notice not your popularity, but your ability to deliver when it matters most. It's in these private, high-stakes spaces that the most powerful decisions are made and the most meaningful change occurs. Your actions become the message. The most successful people understand that media attention can be a distraction, not a measure of worth. When you channel your energy into mastery rather than exposure, you cultivate influence that is deeper, more lasting, and far more respected. True success is built in silence, yet felt everywhere. Being needed is both a privilege and a responsibility. When your presence is crucial, you carry the weight of expectations, trust, and hope. It's a powerful reminder that your skills and decisions directly influence outcomes, and that others depend on you to rise to the occasion. This weight can be intimidating, but it's also energizing. Knowing that your contributions matter gives purpose to every preparation and every action you take. It's the kind of responsibility that forces growth, sharpens focus, and turns potential into performance. When people pause for you, it's proof that you've earned a level of trust few achieve. Remember, being needed is not about controlling others. It's about empowering them. Your influence allows ideas to flourish, projects to succeed, and goals to be realized. The more you embrace this responsibility, the more indispensable you become, and the more profound your impact on the world. Preparation is the silent engine behind recognition. When you arrive fully ready, others immediately understand your capability. You don't have to demand attention. Your readiness speaks for itself. Meticulous preparation signals that you're not just participating, you're leading. There's a difference between showing up and showing up prepared. The prepared individual becomes the benchmark, the person everyone relies on, the one whose insight turns uncertainty into clarity. Recognition follows naturally because the results you deliver are undeniable. Think of it this way. When you've anticipated questions, solved problems, and mastered the details, people notice without prompting. They start adjusting their timelines, strategies, and priorities because they know the moment you enter, the room's energy shifts. Preparation forces recognition. It's proof that excellence is deliberate, not accidental. Authority isn't granted. It's earned through relentless consistency. Every action, decision, and effort contributes to a reputation that becomes impossible to ignore. When people see repeated excellence, your voice carries weight automatically. It doesn't have to be demanded. Consistency builds trust, and trust builds authority. When you deliver results time and again, your credibility becomes unshakable. Others begin to defer to your judgment because they know your standards are reliable, your decisions thoughtful, and your execution precise. Over time, consistent effort compounds. What started as small, unnoticed contributions grows into an undeniable influence that commands respect. This is the power of showing up, doing the work, and proving your reliability over and over. Authority earned this way is lasting, respected, and profoundly motivating. There's a rare power in becoming the person whose input determines outcomes. When decision-makers pause for your opinion, it's a sign that your expertise, insight, and judgment are trusted above all else. This is not about ego. It's about the undeniable impact of proven capability. Being in this position requires preparation, discipline, and confidence. It means you've reached a level where your judgment is valued because it consistently produces results. Leaders wait, discussions halt, and plans remain pending, all because your perspective carries the weight of certainty. It's a humbling yet empowering experience. Knowing that your voice can shift directions and determine outcomes reinforces the importance of mastery and dedication. When people wait for you, you become a force that transforms plans into action. Some roles and decisions simply cannot be handed off. When you're indispensable, the responsibility falls squarely on your shoulders. It's both challenging and rewarding because it's proof that others trust you with what matters most. Carrying non-delegable responsibility sharpens your skills and focus. You learn to anticipate challenges, strategize solutions, and navigate complexities that others can't manage. This is the type of pressure that reveals true leaders. It separates those who talk from those who act. Embracing responsibility isn't about stress, it's about empowerment. When the outcome rests on your actions, you are both the catalyst and the anchor. Your decisions matter, your presence is essential, and your impact is real. There's a unique thrill in stepping into a space you once only dreamed about. The room is no longer a fantasy, it's real, and your presence commands attention. Every moment in that space is a testament to persistence, focus, and ambition. Walking into rooms you once imagined reminds you of your journey. The preparation, setbacks, and sacrifices all converge into this moment. It's proof that effort leads to opportunity and that dreams can be realized with dedication. More importantly, your presence inspires others. Those who follow your path see what's possible when preparation meets courage. You are no longer just imagining the room, you are defining it. Trust is never given lightly. It is earned through repeated, proven action. People don't simply believe in ideas, they trust results. Your credibility grows with every challenge you overcome, every promise you fulfill, and every action that aligns with your words. Proven action demonstrates reliability, competence, and focus. When others see that you consistently deliver under pressure, they invest their confidence in you without hesitation. Trust becomes the currency that amplifies your influence and extends your reach. With trust comes freedom, the freedom to lead, to innovate, and to make decisions that truly matter. Proven action ensures that your voice is heard, your judgment respected, and your impact lasting. High-pressure situations aren't for everyone. They test patience, skill, and resilience. But those who prepare relentlessly and cultivate mastery rise above the chaos. Pressure becomes a stage where readiness transforms potential into performance. The ready thrive under challenges because preparation meets opportunity. While others falter, you become the anchor, the guide, and the decisive force. The stakes no longer intimidate, they motivate. Pressure also reveals character. It shows who can handle responsibility, who can act decisively, and who can lead when the world demands results. Mastery under pressure becomes your signature, and people come to rely on it. True leaders command respect without needing an introduction. Their presence, actions, and track record speak louder than titles or recognition. You don't need to prove yourself with words. The room knows your value before you say a thing. Leadership without introduction comes from consistent excellence. People defer to you because they've seen what you can do. You've built a reputation that precedes you, and influence follows naturally. This kind of leadership is rare. It's quiet, powerful, and earned through dedication, resilience, and impact. When you operate this way, others instinctively follow because they trust that you know the way forward. The ultimate measure of influence is becoming the benchmark. Others prepare not for themselves, but to rise to your level. Your work sets expectations, your decisions define standards, and your presence elevates everyone around you. Being the standard is both humbling and inspiring. It's proof that your efforts have created an environment where excellence is the norm, not the exception. People strive to meet your level of performance because they recognize your impact. When you become the standard, you create a ripple effect. Your commitment, skill, and focus raise the bar for everyone. You aren't just part of the room. You define it, and that is the mark of true, lasting influence. Being the person whose presence alone moves the room is a rare power. It's not about arrogance, it's about impact. When people pause their work just for you, it shows that your skill, judgment, and reliability are undeniable. Your presence becomes a catalyst for progress, turning ideas into execution. To reach this level, every small step of preparation matters. Every late night, every decision you made when no one was watching, all compounds into authority. Others notice even before you speak because your history of consistent performance makes your presence inherently valuable. Think about the weight this carries. A room waits for you. Decisions hinge on you, and outcomes depend on your willingness to act. This is influence in its purest form, earned, respected, and unstoppable. Some of the most powerful accomplishments happen behind the scenes. While others seek recognition, you quietly build expertise, knowledge, and skill. That invisible work accumulates until it becomes impossible to ignore. The beauty of invisible work is that it speaks louder than words. When the moment comes to deliver, the results you've cultivated in silence define the situation. Leaders notice not because you told them, but because your work forces acknowledgement. Invisible work also builds resilience. It strengthens your confidence and readiness. When everything is on the line, only your preparation and unseen effort will carry the day. And it will, because no shortcut can replace consistent dedication. Real authority doesn't need to be announced. People follow competence, reliability, and results, not titles or hype. When your reputation precedes you, your presence commands respect immediately. This type of authority comes from proving yourself repeatedly under pressure. When you show up prepared, solve problems decisively, and lead without seeking attention, people naturally defer to your judgment. Your actions become louder than any words could ever be. Being recognized without introducing yourself also sets you apart. It shows that true influence is earned, not granted, and that mastery of craft and results will always carry weight. Sometimes silence is more powerful than words. When you work quietly, focus relentlessly, and execute flawlessly, your influence grows without announcements, applause, or validation. People notice the impact before they notice the person. Silence demonstrates confidence. You don't need to shout to be heard. Your preparedness and competence speak volumes, forcing others to respect your presence and defer to your decisions. The room adapts to you because your results demand it. Mountains move for those who act without seeking attention. Every small action, when combined with persistence, creates momentum. And when the time comes, your influence becomes unstoppable because it was quietly cultivated over time. Imagine being the person whose input decides the direction of a project, a team, or even an organization. That responsibility shows you've reached a level of trust few achieve. Others wait because they know your decisions matter. Being in this position requires discipline, preparation, and courage. It's about owning outcomes rather than watching them unfold. The weight of responsibility is heavy, but it's also empowering. It confirms that you've become someone whose choices truly make a difference. Every decision you make in this space leaves a mark. When others rely on your judgment, it's proof that excellence is recognized and respected, and that your preparation and performance have elevated you to a position of real influence. Some people talk about influence, others earn it. True influence forces respect, not through words, but through consistent action, intelligence, and execution. Others begin to follow your lead because your results leave no room for doubt. Respect built this way is unshakable. People notice patterns of excellence, reliability, and judgment, and they instinctively defer to those who have proven themselves repeatedly. Influence isn't earned in one day. It's cultivated through years of relentless focus. This type of influence is powerful because it's sustainable. People respect what they can rely on, and when your presence alone changes the way the room functions, you become a standard others aim to reach. Being the benchmark others measure themselves against is a mark of extraordinary influence. When your skill, dedication, and results set the standard, everyone else begins preparing to meet your level of performance. This isn't about intimidation. It's about inspiring excellence. When others recognize your dedication, they adjust their approach, sharpen their focus, and elevate their work. Your presence sets the pace for progress. The most remarkable leaders are defined not by how they follow trends, but by how they create them. When people prepare for you, you become the axis around which the team's success revolves. Mastery is magnetic. When you've honed your craft to a level few can match, people cannot ignore you. Your competence, confidence, and preparedness naturally attract attention, even if you never seek it. The key to mastery is